Now, as the world grapples with COVID-19, artists have been reflecting this new reality in their work. One artist in Kenya is creating thought-provoking pieces aimed at fostering hope for Africa's future. CGTN's Wilkister Nyabwa now reports.
From the brush strokes, the figure takes form. A woman nursing her children in normal times isn't anything out of the ordinary, but the mask the African woman in the picture wears adds a twist to the tale. And those are the details that spark the discussion that Del Kotengo is trying to start in a world battling the COVID-19 pandemic. Years of practice have led him to this moment.
My earliest memory of painting was when I was 13, around 13 years, when I was being mentored by my mom. I worked on that for a little while until I went to college, where I studied graphic design.
Dale went into theatre designing sets and then into film as a creative director for 14 years. Then he decided to return to his roots.
And I felt at this point that I needed to come back to my art and tell my own stories there, stories that actually impact my life.
Now in his workshop, he weaves tales about issues close to his heart. And when the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, Dale decided to speak about it through his art. The woman with a mask is one of his most recent pieces. She represents the African mother, showing the continuity of life during what is a turning point for both Africa and the world.
My discussion is how the African people have actually learned from this experience. And right now it's out there. And again, it's something that will never, after this pandemic, this will never change, it will never go away. It's more of the education of the African people. The fact that our lives are valuable.
Through the use of bright colors and colorful African fabric, the artist promotes African scenery and the vibrant culture of the continent. And through his art, he also hopes to convey the message of resilience and Africa's ability to overcome COVID-19 if its people work together.
So that painting, I combine all those things together, talking about the pandemic itself, the race platform, the understanding of the African people and its culture.
Wherever his pieces find a home, he hopes they will inspire change in how the continent views itself and how it approaches a crisis. And he hopes these changes will last beyond the pandemic. An artist will tell you that the message behind a piece of art is whatever message that you, the viewer, assign to it. But for this artist, during this time, it is important that his artwork paints a picture of hope and transformation on the African continent during this time of COVID-19. Wilkister Nyabwa, CGTN, in Kiserian, Kenya.